Okay, so today we're talking about how to replicate this effect that Trippie Red just did. It is extremely simple, like it is extremely simple. You could probably do this all in Premiere Pro, but we're gonna use After Effects. So the very first thing that you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna scroll through your entire footage until you find your very last frame. And in my case, it is gonna be this frame. So you got your jump, it looks all nice. Let's go ahead and save that. And we're gonna bring it into Photoshop. You don't have to bring it into Photoshop, but I like having my files nice and small. So at the end of this, I'm just gonna save it as a PNG to make my life a lot easier and it's a lot less stressful on my computer. So now that we have our final image, basically, we're gonna come in here and make a mask around your door. Okay, and then come down here and create a clipping mask. So now that we have that, you can go ahead and duplicate that layer and then invert that clipping mask. So we are left with basically our final image, but it's split up between this door and you on the door. So we're gonna take our final video and then those 3 images and we're gonna bring that all into After Effects. Again, you could probably do this in Premiere Pro, but I just like After Effects. Here you can see like the raw footage right here. Let's work on the door first, because that's like the hardest part, I feel like. So let's work on the door. So what do we need to do for the door? That's the main thing here. It's all about the door. We're gonna come over to our effects and we're gonna type in corner pin. And let's drag that onto our footage. Before you do this, make sure that it's nice and aligned. And if you turn on everything, so let's say if I add that other background image that we cut out earlier, everything lines up. Make sure everything lines up first. But after we do that, this is what I'm gonna do. So let's go to where the door is open and you can tell that it's open. And then let's create a keyframe for everything. Now what we can do is we can zoom into our footage and we can start animating everything. So upper left, we have to reposition that where it needs to be. Just line it all up with your door. You can see the top right is a little weird too, so we can push that up. And then now the bottom left, we have to align that with our door also. So now you can see that the perspective changed, and all that we have to do now is just follow the door and repeat this process the entire time. So if we move forward again a little bit, let's do the exact same thing and make sure that all of the corners are aligning to the door. There we go. And there we go. So now if we play this back, it is moving. It's moving. So just do that for the entire door. Just make sure that it opens. So now what we want to do is let's find that other background layer and let's activate that. And we are almost there. So we're almost there. The very last thing that we have to do, as you can see right here, is just mask ourselves. So we need to be in front of that door layer. So the way that we're gonna do this is let's duplicate that background layer and put it all the way at the top. And then you can trim it so that it starts when the overlap is about to begin. Let's double click on that layer and that brings us into a different window. Go up here to the Roto Brush. And what you're gonna do is zoom on in. So you're masking yourself right now. So draw wherever you want to mask. So basically draw on yourself. Just outline your entire body. Okay, almost there. Okay, so all of my body is there. You can see this purple outline. That is what you're masking. Now, it's not exact on my body and we kind of need it to be a little bit exact. So if you go ahead and press Option or Alt, then this green circle turns to red. And now instead of adding where you want, you can subtract where you don't want. So I don't want it there. And I don't want it all the way over here, and I don't want it right there. Okay, so now it's better tracked to my body. So if we go ahead and play through this, I would suggest maybe going frame by frame. It's pretty fast once you just get into a rhythm. You don't need to go frame by frame, but sometimes it will mess up. So it's just a lot safer to go frame by frame. Again, it is super quick. You don't need to adjust every single frame, just when it starts to like deviate and when it starts to mess up. Stuff like this, you want to get rid of that inside portion just so the door in the background is nice and visible, since that's like the whole effect. So this you can see is just me walking. It's not super perfect. There's imperfections like right here and when I jump right here, but As long as it covers the door, that's all that really matters. That should be about it. We have ourselves cut out. We have the door. We have our main clip on the bottom. And then we have the cutout of us on the other side of the door, just like on the wall. So the only thing that you really have to do is when you jump, add a keyframe. So on that door layer, press T, and then you're gonna come over here and animate the opacity and just put that down to 0. So you could see in the background, that fades away as I jump up. And then the very, very, very last thing is at the very beginning, make sure to add that original screenshot. So you have that final screenshot, and then everything is on top of that, and it's all just gonna work out nicely. As far as timing goes, if you wanted to endlessly loop, I would suggest ending this 1 frame before you are in that final jumping position, just so when you play it again, everything seamlessly loops. Put on some music, put on a color grade. I added some fake camera shake, and that's about it. So now you can have this nice seamless loop going on and on. You can post it to TikTok, you can post it to Instagram, you can post it to YouTube Reels, whatever Pinterest has going on. It's just a nice effect, and it's really simple. So all it is at the end of the day is just animating that corner pin. So let me know if you tried this out or if this was helpful and what other videos you want to see. And that's about it. All right.